All right, so we have town A. So let's check the case study for town A and B. For town A, we have the rent for the shop is 45,000 per year for 5 years. For town B, 35,000 per year for 10 years, and town C, 20,000 per year for 15 years. Wages that has to be paid and salaries for town A is 80,000, town B and C. Heating and lighting, which are expenses, 5,000, 5,000, 3,000. Then the estimated gross profit for each town are there. So now we go back to the question. The question says,
consider the advantages and disadvantages of the 3 towns for the new shop shown in Appendix 3. Recommend which town Gamma should choose for the location of the new shop. Justify your answer.
Okay, so you have to calculate here. I didn't still up the calculator. She didn't come to school, that's why. All right, so here we have town A. For town A, let's check the expenses. The only way we can decide on which town Gamma should choose will be based on the expenses about each town, the comfortability about each town, and the estimated gross profit of each town. You get that?
Yeah.
So let's check for town A. Sorry, for town A. So for town A, the total expenses for town A is 85,000 for expenses. That's 85,000 plus $45,000 per year for 5 years. Okay, well, we have a franchise fee here. 45,000 for a year. 45,000 plus 45,000, which is fixed. The total for town A is going to be $130,000 in terms of expenses. That's the fixed cost and the variable cost. It's going to be 130,000, and the estimated gross profit is 400,000. So let's see. So if the estimated gross profit is 400,000, then the profit for the year will be this minus 400,000. So 400,000 minus, I call it 140,000, right? 85 plus 45,000. 130,000 minus 130,000. So the profit that's going to be made in town A is 270,000. Put that in mind, please. Town A, let's write it down, please. Town A profit is $270,000. For town B, we have 35,000 for each year. 35,000. Wages and salary 70,000. Eating and lighting 5,000. That's 35, 40,000. 40,000 plus 70,000. That's 110,000. So 300,000 minus 110,000. 300,000 minus 110,000. That's 190,000 in terms of profit. 190,000. Then town C, we have 20,000 for each year. 20,000 plus 60,000, that's 83,000. We have 83,000 minus 200,000. 200,000 minus 83,000. Council will generate 117,000 in terms of the net profit. So these are the profits. Then we'll go on to what else do we check about? So the shop rent, okay. Right, these are the costs. So let's go back to the question now again. Let's see. Now they said, consider the advantages and disadvantages of the 3 towns for the new shop shown in Appendix 3. Recommend. So now let's go back to the advantages. For the advantages, do we have anything else? No, okay. For the advantages, let's talk about town A. Town A, it's going to generate, the net profit for each year will be around 270,000. That's an advantage. I think it's more than B and C. The profit that's going to be made in a year for town A is bigger than B and C. So more profit will be generated in town A than B and C. That's an advantage for town A. But the cost of rent for town A is $45,000 per year, which is more expensive than town B and town C. That's a disadvantage. That's a disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay. Wages and salary in town A is more than that of town B and C. And that's all about town A and B. Town A. So the advantage about town A is that the profit is more than town B and C.
Okay.
But the problem about town A is that the rent is higher than both B and C. Expenses in terms of salary is higher than both B and C. Clear, right? What else do we have there? Another advantage is that, yes, the gross profit is higher in town A than B and C. It has the highest gross profit. Then we go to town B. For town B, the cost of rent is lesser than town A. That's an advantage.
Okay.
The expenses is lesser than town B, than town A. That's an advantage for town B. In terms of expenses, are you getting it?
Yeah.
Okay. But the problem about town B is that the gross profit is lesser, and the net profit for the year is lesser than town A.
Okay.
Clear, right?
Yes.
Then we go to town C. For town C, it has the lowest rent, cost of rent, which is an advantage. It has the lowest cost of rent, which is an advantage.
Okay.
The salaries are lesser, which is also an advantage, which means in town C, you might be making more profit. But let's see what the gross profit is. The gross profit is lesser than town B and C. That's a problem.
That's the problem.
And also the net profit for the year for town C is lesser than both B and A. Is it clear?
Very clear.
All right. Then we go to question.
Three.
Is it 3?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Explain why liquidity and profitability are important to a business.
So when we talk about liquidity, we're talking about the cash that comes into the business, the cash flow of the business, what comes in and out of the business. So what the business is able to use with cash, that is liquidity. So when we talk about liquidity, it means the ability to easily convert assets to cash. That is liquidity. And for profitability, it means your cost is less than your revenue. I think that's clear. So how is liquidity important to a business, and how is profitability important to a business? So let's talk about liquidity. When a business has liquidity, the importance of liquidity are this one. It explains, it helps the business to be able to purchase goods or products that it needs to produce or to purchase at any given point in time. That is liquidity. Liquidity is also a form of letting the business know how the performance is in terms of what it can spend and what it can spend and what it can get. Because it shows the cash flow, the inflow and outflow of cash. That's liquidity. Another importance of liquidity is that with liquidity, a business will be able to invest further in terms of projects or research. A business that doesn't have liquidity would not be able to invest in projects. Clear, right? Is it clear, please?
Very clear.
So we talked about it determines the cash flow of the business in terms of cash inflow and outflow. 2, it measures the ability of a business in terms of what it can purchase and what it cannot purchase. And 3, with liquidity, a business will be able to invest in research. Without liquidity, a business would not be able to do that. It's clear, right?
Yeah.
It also states the ability a business has in terms of purchasing capital assets, capital goods such as equipment and machinery. Then go to profitability. We say profitability means that the business is making more in terms of revenue than its cost. So a business with profitability, it measures the success of a business. Profitability measures the success of a business. Profitability can be used in terms of sustaining the business. Without the business making profit, the business might not be able to survive. Another importance of profits is it could be used to expand the business. That's retained profit.
Okay.
Is it clear? Is it clear? Move on.
Consider the advantages and disadvantages of the following three sales promotion methods Gamma could use for the incentive second. You know what's the trick is?
Okay, tell
For
me.
example, I say I sell two products. Okay, you came and you want to buy this product, and it's, let's say it's 350. It costs 350, and this product costs 120.
Okay.
Let's say it costs 100. So what the thing I do is I add from this cost to this, from this product's cost to this product. And then I take off, for example, $30 from this product and I give it to you as a free product.
That's the trick, right?
That's a trick. This is what they all do.
All right. So
Once I went to a shoe shop, I wanted to take two. They said one free, and you take one and one free. They like this one costs two shoes, you know, like the cost of this one. It's they added the other shoe with the price of the other shoe to the one I took. That was the
that's how they got they come up with the buy one get one free.
yeah.
Okay, it might be that way, but now let's talk about how there are advantages and disadvantages to our business. So let's see. So buy one and get 50% off second purchase. Listen here, it's not buy one get one free. They said buy one and get 50% off the second purchase. So if you are buying one for $10, you buy the second one for $5.
Mhm.
The advantage is that it increases the sales of the business. It's going to increase the sales. Why? Because consumers are always conscious about time or price. So now they're going to see a discount in buying one. So they want to buy more.
Okay.
So it increases the sales of the business. That means revenue might increase.
Mhm.
But the problem about it is that the quantity sold will increase. It increases the quantity sold.
Okay.
But the problem about it is that the business might not be making profit.
Mhm.
The revenue will be less. The quantities might increase in terms of what it sells, but the profit made in the business will fall because you're not selling the way you are supposed to sell anymore.
Okay.
Do you get the point?
Yeah, but they do this offer for a certain period of time.
Yeah, at that period of time, revenue will fall for the business.
Mhm.
At the same time, profit will fall.
Yeah.
That's the disadvantage about buy one, get 50% off second purchase.
Purchase.
Now let's go to 10% of everything in the shop for 1 week after opening. Here, it increases the demand for such products
Mhm.
within that short period of time. The problem about this is that the business is not still going to have, well, 10% of everything in the shop for 1 week. So that means, well, it's a good offer, which can increase the quantity demanded in the shop
Mhm.
for each product. But the problem is that the business will be losing some money to itself.
Only for a week.
Yeah, for a short period of time, yes.
Mhm.
But another advantage about it is that it could improve the reputation of the business and the customer relationship
Mhm.
with the business. So it might also increase the number of customers. Even potential customers may start coming to buy. It might be able to gain new customers
Mhm.
if this happens. So the problem we talked about, it's revenue will fall. And maybe other businesses might be giving better offer than this.
Mhm.
So you might not still have customers. You are giving 10% of everything, off everything. Your competitors might be giving 20% off everything. So your competitors might be doing better than this. That becomes a disadvantage for you. Is it clear?
Very cool. Pay a celebrity to open the shop.
The advantage about paying a celebrity to open the shop is a lot of people might want to look out on that celebrity. They might want to visit that shop because of the celebrity, which might increase the sales and the reputation of the business. But the problem about this is that you might need to pay a huge amount of money to get the attention of the celebrity.
Mhm.
So that's about that. Is it clear?
Very clear.
We go to B4.
Explain the effect of the following changes on GJ description and the
depreciation in the exchange rate of country Z, increase in income tax in country Z. So let's talk about depreciation in exchange rates. So if there's depreciation in exchange, it means that the exchange rate, the floating exchange rate now, depreciation and appreciation. We have, depreciation is in the floating exchange rate. So it means that in the floating exchange rate, the value of currency, of foreign currency, is falling against the home currency. So if the currency of this country starts falling, that start depreciating, what is the advantage about it? The advantage is that it allows GJ to be able to sell. It allows GJ to become internationally to be more competitive internationally, because prices of GJ products will be lesser for foreign customers.
Okay.
It will increase the quantity sold for GJ products abroad because it becomes cheaper for it. The problem about depreciation in exchange rate is that importation becomes expensive for GJ. So GJ might not be able to import raw materials needed for its production. Do you understand? So that's about depreciation. Increase in income tax. If income tax increases, the advantage about income tax, if it increases, is that it reduces the purchasing power of consumers in that country. Do you get the point?
Yeah.
It will reduce the purchasing power. Increase in income tax, it will reduce purchasing power because disposable income will fall. So consumers will not be able to purchase as they used to purchase, which will also affect GJ's products. They won't be buying more.
Yeah.
Okay. And do we have any advantage about increase in income tax? Increase in income tax might mean that government revenue will rise.
Okay.
Then, as a result of that, government might subsidize for GJ's products, for GJ and other businesses around, because government will have enough of money to finance projects or to public finance. So, which might mean that they want to help businesses to grow.
Okay.
Do you get the point here?
Yeah.
The advantage about increase in income tax is that the revenue for government will increase. And if revenue for government increases, government might support businesses, which means they might subsidize, reducing the cost of production for businesses such as GJ. Is it clear?
Very clear.
B.
Consider how the following three changes might affect GJ, which change is likely to have the most effect on GJ's profit. Justify your answer. All jewelry packaging must state in which country the product has been made. Countries that has entered the boom phase of the business cycle. A higher percentage of people in countries that use mobile cell phones.
Wow. So now let's talk about all jewelry packaging must state in which country the product has been made. This allows must state. Okay, yeah. This allows GJ's products to be it allows, let's see, because how the following changes might affect GJ. Yeah, this means GJ has to state which country the product has been made. That means customers will be able to know the country, and they might have interest in different countries. So that means GJ might need to produce or use components that will attract the interest of the people. So, some people might not like China products. Some people are interested in American products. Some people are interested in products from Europe and the West. So being able to state the country the product is being made might increase the ink or the revenue made by GJ. If GJ is making the product in countries that attract the interest of the customers.
Clear.
So for country Z, entering a boom phase of the business cycle. It's what business cycle means is the stages at which the business starts witnessing growth or boom to witnessing growth to recession and back to growth. Okay. So if the country is witnessing boom, it means economic activity in that country is improving, is increasing. That will increase the aggregate demand in such economy, which means a lot of customers will be buying GJ's jewelry. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Because the country is witnessing boom. And witnessing boom means that the economy is doing well. It means that income level would have risen in such country, which means the demand for products, even luxury products like jewelry, will increase because people have more money to spend.
clear.
Okay. The last one.
A higher percentage of people in countries that use mobile cell phones.
So the advantage about using mobile cell phone for GJ is that GJ might be able to advertise its products through the social media.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
GJ might be able to do that. GJ might also be able to transact with customers via different network, like not necessarily paying through the bank. You can also do mobile transfer.
Yeah.
Any question about that?
No.
That's the last question, right?
Yeah.
So let me write them. I think they're clear, right?
Very clear.